Rama. People have wanted me to teach how to play Rama because Rama's a bit of a weirdo, right? What are the properties of Rama? Property number 1, big, chunky attack that charges very slowly. It has a completely different power shot timing. Chunky, chunky, chunky. Takes a long time to charge, but if you do, it does a lot of damage. We can see the base damage on this is like 200, right? Very big damage. The other thing that it has is Celestial Sharanga Suffering. Shared Suffering, which is this. You fire your special at something, it does these quick little specials that bounce around to nearby enemies, and it marks them. This mark has a couple of properties. The main one is that every attack that you do takes 60% of the damage that you deal to all targets under Shared Suffering and applies it to all other targets that have Shared Suffering. Okay? Even if you only have one target, it still does 60% more damage. Your attacks still do 60% more damage as long as they have Shared Suffering on them. So you want to hit him with the special no matter what. Yes, it's good for clearing out groups. That's the main point of it. But even single target damage, that second number is being added to the single target. So, Shared Suffering is basically just a 60% damage boost to your primary attacks. It doesn't apply to your special. Important. So what are the weaknesses and strengths of Rama? The strengths. Big chunky damage. Very fast, if low damage special. The weaknesses, it's so slow. It's so slow. Has to stand in place for so fucking long to hit with a single big attack. It's so slow. So, how are we going to mitigate that and get the full benefit of Rama? So there's a couple of different theories that people have thrown around over the years. It's been several builds for Rama. But I'm gonna share with you my personal favorite, and it's one of the ones that it's actually the one that has the current fastest IGT Rama, which is the following. You start with Zeus Trinket. We're going to be picking up Zeus Special because Zeus Special is really good for clearing out Tartarus. Then we're going, and small enemies in general, we're going to be getting a bunch of bonuses to our Zeus Special, such as Jolted and Double Strike, things like that. Lightning Rod is also very solid. Then we're going to be picking up either Artemis Attack or Artemis Dash, Artemis Attack or Dash, and then Aphrodite Attack or Dash, and then trying to go for Heartrend, because Heartrend is the best way that we can kill large bosses. Now, this is also going to require something very special, which is Rama is a hammer-reliant weapon. There's a lot of weapons that you can play in this game that are not hammer-reliant weapons. Hammer-reliant weapons are weapons that don't really function properly unless you get a particular hammer or set of hammers, right? The hammer reliance of Rama is that Rama basically doesn't function unless you have twin shot or triple shot. Why is Zeus on special viable for Rama when it isn't on other bows? Because Rama doesn't have that many special shots in the first place. Zeus Special, so is Zeus only to clear tart fast, and also because it gives you Lightning Rod and is very good for clearing out small enemies. Unlike other bows like Chiron, Chiron actually has a problem with Zeus Special, which is that there's an internal cooldown on Zeus lightning bolts, which means that even if Chiron hits 8 times, you're only going to get 2 lightning bolts because they hit too close to one another. Whereas Rama, it hits 3 times and only fires 1 lightning bolt, but honestly, like, it's fine. It's only it would have only fired 1 lightning bolt within the cooldown timer anyway, like, whatever. And you can fire it very rapidly. You can fire it much faster than all the other specials. And if you fire the special twice within a short period of time, neither of those will trigger the cooldown. So each of these will fire 1 lightning bolt, as opposed to the other thing, which would fire 2 for a very long animation, right? So we're going to start on Zeus. We're going to try and pick up Heartrend, and we need to have twin shot or triple shot. And as Eisen Jabberwocky says, there are only 9 hammers available on Rama. So there's a pretty high chance of finding either twin shot or triple shot. But I'm going to be very honest with you. If I don't get twin shot or triple shot in Tartarus, I'm not going to reset like I normally would. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use Codex mod to remove my hammer and give me one of the good ones. I'm going to do that. Because hopefully we don't have to, but if I want to actually demonstrate this, I got to be able to demonstrate it, right? That's part of why I have Codex mod installed, is so that I can show you these things without having to go through the rigmarole of, like... Infernal Soul is really good because Lightning Rod is a really great source of passive AoE damage. So we want Infernal Soul. If you have Stygian Soul, you can't get Lightning Rod. High Confidence versus Thick Skin. Honestly, on Rama has to sit there and get hit sometimes. So Thick Skin is actually reasonable. But I play with High Confidence because it's me. I'm high confident. Family favorite. Look, don't play Privilege Status. Dark Foresight is just always good. God's Pride. You don't need that many duos on this. You would much prefer to have good single boons. So God's Pride is solid. And then you'd think you'd want Fiery Presence, because you're like, big single-hit damage, right? Remember, you hit with your special before you hit with your attack. So the special is what's going to get the Fiery Presence. So, Fiery Presence, if you want to get your special shot to do 25 damage instead of 15. Why no privilege status? All right. Here is the blanket statement for privilege status. Privilege status takes too long to set up. It's inconsistent. It does not provide enough damage over family favorite to be worth it. These are the 3 main things. You have to take boons specifically only to get privilege status turned on, which is not that great. It takes a long time to set up because unless your build is literally designed to get privilege status in Tartarus, you're probably not going to get it until mid-Asphodel or later. And family favorite will usually be 25% by the end of the game, 25 to 30%, which means that for all of that extra work, you only get 10% more damage. Pfft, stinky. Don't play it. All right. That is my argument against privilege status. There are very limited situations where you can play privilege status. There's a couple of weapons that think it's pretty cool. But dunk the sound effects. The sound effects are very good. You're correct. That being said, fuck the sound effects. All right. So we're going to start on Rama and just see how this goes. So, again, I'm not the best Rama player, but I'm a competent enough Rama player that I should be able to... What if you're running a weapon with a status effect? Weapons with status effects do not count toward privilege status. So, like, Maim doesn't count toward privilege status. So, and guess what? Shared Suffering also doesn't count toward privilege status. Woo! It's bad. Cool. Where are we? Thunder Flourish. It's common, not great, but whatever. Does Hermes work with family favorite? Yep. Hermes does work with family favorite. So that's why you get 25 to 30% by the end of the game. 4 to 5 gods in your pool plus Hermes is 25 to 30%. So as you saw in that encounter, what I did is I shot the enemy with my Zeus attack and then came up and did a very short attack to just finish them off, because my short attack plus the 60% damage plus the damage from my Thunder Flourish was enough to finish the enemy off. So a lot of small enemies, I'm just going to be doing specials on them, and medium-sized enemies, it's just going to be special into a quick shot. And sometimes I'm just going to shoot one, then hit the large enemy. And if you shoot a small enemy and then hit the large enemy's damage will ricochet over and kill the small enemy behind you, right? Generally, the best strategy on Rama is to mark things and then hit the largest enemy in the room, because that's how you'll get the most damage to go around to all the other enemies in the room, right? The largest enemy or a grouping of enemies. Ooh, Aphrodite, nice. So we're going to do... we're a little low on damage here, but it's okay. Perfect. Alright, so now we have options. Common Heartbreak Strike kind of sucks. I don't like Common Heartbreak Strike. I'm going to roll this once, see if I can get, like, an epic. I'm going to take Passion Dash here. Passion Dash is very solid. Let's take a Palm, because getting a Palm into our common Thunder Flourish is very solid. Great. Great. You noticed in that, you might have noticed in that room that I killed the two that were right in front of me before charging over to the other side. It would have been weird. I already had a grouping there, so it was pretty easy for me to kill those enemies right in front of me and then finish off the last one. It would have been too slow for me to go to the other side of the room, mark that enemy, then come back and kill the two in front of me. Do you not want to keep it open for Splash or Hunter? Splash Dash I am not a big fan of on Rama. Some people like it. I don't. And then Hunter Dash is also very solid. But the thing is, if you go for Hunter Dash, you basically need to pick up, like, Afro Attack. Well, I guess you can pick up... You could pick up Artemis Attack and make that work. It's fine. Either way works. Passion Dash is similar and does have the option of opening up Heartrend if you pick up an Artemis Attack, right? So, it's really... You can have Aphrodite on Attack or Dash... It's pretty mood either way. All right. Okay. There we go. Dionysus 8 is actually pretty solid. I think I'll take that, actually. Yeah, Dio 8 is good. Premium Vintage is also okay, but Dionysus 8 is very powerful. Take another Palm. Yep. Oh, I forgot I have my cast rebound. Great. Then another Palm into Thunder Flourish. Okay, our Thunder Flourish is getting to reasonable damage. Oh, I want that Artemis so bad. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Fuck, I want that so badly, but I have to take the Chaos. The Chaos, if I'm playing optimally, the Chaos is better. Okay. So we can take special damage. This doesn't do that much. I'm going to roll this once, see if I can pick up, like, an attack damage or something. Boon Rarity's solid. Let's go for a Chaos Fish, because... Yes. Void Skate. Nice. Okay, so let's go for... Out of this, I'm going to go for the Palm again. Oh boy. So your build already would have benefit from the status effect mirror? Yeah, yeah. Except I'd have to call to get use out of it, which sucks, because call, you don't charge up call all the time. So, checkmate. In fact, it would get less benefit out of the status effect mirror than I would out of family favorite, because I'd have to call to actually get privilege status online. Checkmate. We... Stay away from me. Okay, great. Thunder Flourish level 4 could be decent, but I'm going to put a Palm into Dionysus Aid because it does actually... It's very solid. And I'll buy this Life Essence just because. Alright, let's grab Sisyphus. Honestly, what the fuck? What is my... I'm in Chamber 9. I'm at 116. That's pretty good. Oh, no. Alright, so we're getting a pretty bad Last God. That's okay. We can still force some good stuff to happen. Oh, stupid. Don't do what I just did. I was thinking about teaching and less about actually playing the game. Ugh, I hate sneak on Rama so much. Do another weapon after this? I am, yes. So here, I'm going to pick up Phalanx Shot because it could give me access to Lightning Phalanx. We're basically opening up just a shitload of duo boons right now. And Lightning Phalanx is very powerful. Plus, it lets us just sort of, like, throw casts around and do a lot of damage. Okay, great. Here's the big inflection point. Do we get the hammer? We could also not get the hammer, and I'll have to cheat to get the hammer. Either way, we're gonna get the hammer, but I just don't want to have to cheat. I'd like to get the hammer. Triple! I don't have to cheat today! Shop. Cool. I will buy this Zeus here. Zeus is actually, second Zeus is actually really solid. I'm gonna roll this into... Great. Static Discharge, Epic Jolted is very powerful. Especially when you increase the forced overtime. Jolted is way stronger than a lot of people think it is. Jolted, 112 damage is a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. And enemies are probably going to attack at some point. So, if you just hit them with a special, and then they just jolt themselves to death, it's very powerful. And I'm going to take this Hermes. I'll roll this once, see if I can pick up something reasonable out of it. Hyper Sprint. Great, we might be able to pick up Hyper Delivery.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
Alright, so we want to get close, and... fuck. God, I hate this attack so much! This is part of why I hate Rama. And by hate Rama, I mean I'm not good with Rama. Is I never know how to deal with, like, enemies. Oh, God! Electo! I hate it when Electo does this. Electo sometimes just decides to do the attack that always cancels Rama. Like, when Electo decides to do the, like, projectile attack, it just, like... Why again? Electo! Electo, please. Stop just using super... Oh my god, Electo, I hate you so much. Electo just uses a bunch of projectiles and they always cancel you out of your attacks. It's so annoying! So annoying! Canceling your attacks via Electo is just... it's the worst. Okay. Here, the best thing that I could add to this build is a good attack. So we're going to grab Artemis attack. And then I'm going to grab this Light of Ixion. That's very solid. And there's nothing I want to sell here.
That's enough Tartarus.
See if I can pick up some sort of attack damage in here. That'd be good. I'm a little low on health. What heat is this on? 9 at the moment. Oh, more foes. Piss off. I'm gonna roll this. Ooh, I don't like any of these. I'm gonna go for this. Yeah, sure. How to, you can check for how delayed you are. Delayed is this? I said how delayed is this right when I saw it. So that should give you an idea. Great. So in that room, basically all the enemies there were not that big, but I just wanted to, like, shoot them with lightning bolts, get them up, get Jolted applied to them so they could take a little bit of damage from Jolted, and then I tried to do some big attacks to soften them up. Here, I'm gonna take... I can take a +1 dash, but I don't think it really matters. I'm gonna take Swift Flourish. Okay. Alright, nothing here of any note. Here we go. So with this boss, I'm going to try and... I can try and kill them both simultaneously, or I can try and break them one at a time. I'm going to do this. Oh, fuck. I'm going to mess up is what I'm going to do. There we go. Deadly Strike. Nice. Okay, now we have an attack. So now we have a build. Our build's a little jank, but it is a build. Alright, so what we're going to do... As you can see, I shoot these... Okay, so watch in this fight. Watch my... watch me attacking the witches, and you can see the effect of Jolted, right? Is I'm going to shoot the witches, and I'm going to run away from them. And as soon as they attack, they're basically going to pop instantly, right? So... Right? You can see that they both died basically off screen over there, yeah? Here, we'll try and get it on screen. Yep, there we go. So the witches, I can just shoot this witch. Shoot these two. Right? Very easy kills. I'm going to palm static discharge because it's very helpful. And then I'm going to take... Well, I am actually going to buy the Eye of Lamia because I am running a little low on health. And I'm going to try and take this Artemis.
Skull crushes.
Right? Nice. See, just marking enemies and then killing them as quickly as I can. So, look. Splitting headache, they cry, thinking that the green boon good. But alas I say, not today, because Hunter's Mark beats it, dude. Splitting headache only works on the call, and it's not that much critical chance. Hunter's Mark will often be like a large amount of critical chance. JDN, my first 1-year subscriber. Oh my god! Amazing, because JDN is my first subscriber, so that means they are... If that JDN is at a year, that means JDN is my first 1-year subscriber. That's incredible. So, I'm going to grab Hunter's Mark. I would actually rather... Yeah, as Artsy says, I'd actually rather take the pressure points. Thank you, JDN, for being around and with me for this whole experience. It's been wonderful. Dogs. Oh, my housemate's probably home. Give me a second. Dogs are happy for 1 year too? Yeah. So, I want... Alright, Queen Chi, while I'm gone, put up a poll for what people think I should take here between Lightning Rod and Heartrend. I'll come back and tell you the answer once I'm done. What do you think, chat? Lightning Rod or Heartrend? Oh, did the poll actually happen, or did I miss it? Oh, no poll? No poll, Rod or Heartrend. Oh, shit, never mind. Fuck. Okay, well... Queen is on mobile? Never mind, I'm stupid. Alright. So, what do we think? What's chat thinking mostly? Rod or Heartrend? 5-4 with the votes in chat. Seems pretty split. Seems pretty split. Okay. So I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you some shit, okay? You ready? The dogs might still freak out, by the way. Heartrend is actually overkill. Heartrend, a lot of times, is unnecessary. You literally do enough damage to be able to kill things without worrying about Heartrend. Whereas Lightning Rod adds a lot of really nice room clear consistency. So because of that, the answer is Lightning Rod, which may seem crazy, but you know what? Rod in this case is actually better than Heartrend.
How's the old neck holding up?
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw one cast. Ah, fuck. Kill this. I forgot to put Shared Suffering on. Then in this part of the fight, I'm actually going to throw some casts out. Because now the cast will just sit there for a while and apply Lightning Rod damage. There we go. Nice. See, I did that even without Heartrend. I just one-shotted Lerny without Heartrend. Ooh, this is a very awkward Lerny. I don't want to pay the tax because I'm very low on death defiances. Got it. Heartrend's better against bosses, but the thing is, you already have so much boss damage that you don't need it. Your boss damage is already so good that you just don't need the Heartrend. Right? Like, it's just not that useful. Okay, so I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this. And you know what? I fear much. I'm going to take Acorn here. I'd like to not die, so I'm going to take Acorn. Acorn also has extra benefit here because you don't get hit stunned out of your big attacks. I'd like to pick up some more health. That would be really good. But if I see attack damage out of this, I'm just going to take attack damage. Huh. Not reward previews being hidden. Honestly, I'm going to take this. Lol. I don't think I've taken the legendary in a very long time. When you shoot with triple shot, locating the enemy on the vertex of your arrows is that damage 3 times, which is damage of 1 shot. When you locate the enemy in the vertex, it is 3 times damage. You hit with all 3 of the attacks, and each one of them does full damage. But it's 3 separate attacks? Yes. Oh, fuck. Great. Ah, nuts. Kind of played that badly, but that's okay. Alright, I'm gonna grab... Oh my god, what are these Lights of Ixion? Hey, Tuffman. There we go. We should start dropping down lightning rods. There we go. Zone control. Okay, so we have a couple of different options. Sniper shot is really bad because we want to be close to things. Explosive shot is okay.
Welcome to the bomb.
Hey, thanks for the tier 1, Tuffman. Perfect shot is alright, but you have to actually power shot, and that takes some time. So, it's between these two. Honestly, I'm going to take explosive shot. Explosive second is okay. Right? Okay, so I'm going to take this and maybe pick up Heartrend. Boom! Explosive only good if you already have triple. I'm going to take Heartrend. Heartrend good. Wasted Ixion? Yeah, unfortunately, but that's life. Yeah, Heartrend good here. Sometimes you waste a Light of Ixion. Why Meg over Skelly? Skelly doesn't add damage. Meg does. And Meg also has really incredible setups that allow you to get massive damage on bosses. And, like, completely phase through most of the mini-bosses. Holy shit. The dogs are losing their minds tonight. Like...
The gods. What's in the well this time?
There they are. There's my housemate. So now maybe the dogs will stop having a panic attack. Potentially. Are they working a lot? Oh yeah. Yes. It's okay. They've had like little bursts of barking a whole bunch, so I think they might still be a little on edge because of everything that happened earlier. So earlier on in the day, sorry, anecdotal. Well, not anecdote. This is story time. Story time. Probably why the dogs are being a little freaked out today is because earlier this morning, my housemate was taking out the dogs, and our neighbor's dog attacked Ika. Like, actually fucking went after him. Like, really, really, really badly. They got into a real fight. And Ika actually tried to retreat from the fight to be picked up by Neil. And the other dog, like, grabbed onto the back of Ika and pulled them so hard, Ika yanked out of their collar. So, that was pretty bad. And even though Ika is not injured, we've checked. No bleeding, no injuries or of any kind. They're still a little bit shaky right now because of that. So, you know. High voltage is generally quite bad. It doesn't really add much. Billowing strength is just 22% bonus damage. Solid. Bonus global damage is solid. I'm going to buy this healing just because I'm kind of running a little risky right now. Oh, and to answer the question about the rooms and the biomes, each biome has a set number of rooms that varies by biome. Tartarus has 12 chambers. Asphodel has 6, and Elysium has, I believe, 8. Died a lightning rod. Yep, there we go. 12 you can't see one. Yes. I'm gonna grab a Palm and a Hunter's Mark. Generally just makes it slightly more useful. And then maybe some healing. Nope.
These two.
Okay, so again, we're going to do the Meg. Then I'm gonna mark both of them. I did that to set up lightning rod. Good damage. Solid. Okay. Yeah, the bosses do count. Yes, bosses, Meg, Learny heroes count for Butterfly. Yeah. Do you ever use Meg Keepsake? No, Meg Keepsake is generally not very useful. It's not very much damage. Wait, Meg Keepsake, if I remember correctly, is Skull Earring. Yeah, it's 40% damage, but it requires you to be at low health. And honestly, like, you can get this kind of damage from other Keepsakes without having to worry about being at low health. Anyway. Meg is good at the high heat speed. Sometimes. Isn't it still bugged? Isn't it still bugged where Stubborn Defiance doesn't take you to... doesn't actually activate it and you have to get hit once?
Nicer outside than it is in here.
Alright. Or is that an old bug?
It's no use.
Alright, so in Styx rooms we're going to be just marking up. And then killing. Mark everything in the room and then murder them. That's the whole plan. That's the entirety of the plan. Right?
No use.
Skull Earring plus Stubborn Defiance strat has shown up a couple times in race events. Yeah.
That's one big stinker.
Old man yells at cloud. I don't think it's good. Sounds like a rounding issue. Can you get the sack in your first room in Styx? You cannot. The earliest is chamber number 2 or path number 2. You can only ever get it in second path or later.
Can't do that. Not yet.
Great. I'm gonna buy some health just to make sure that I'm all good. Then let's fight. Is it random after second path? Yes, we have rough probabilities for it. Second path, it's about 50% chance. It's a like 55% chance to get it on the second path, then like 70% on the third. Some other. We do have. I think we have a command that's sack odds. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to Meg. I'll Meg in a second then. Nice, I was able to clear it out before he had darkness. That's cool. I have abysmal sack luck. Except, I mean, I guess, but I mean overall, I have big spikes of having good sack luck. So I'm just gonna throw a couple of casts out just to set up lightning rod, and then just yeah, it's like I got 8 2-sacks yesterday. My sack luck is normally bad, and then I get like 8 2-sacks in a day. Bye bye. Dunk luck isn't bad, just dramatic. Yes. Wasn't the first one to 4-sack. It was like 1-4, 1-3, and then 8 2s. Okay. So that's a little demo of Rama. Again, I'm not going to be as good at explaining Rama because I'm just not as good at Rama in general. But I hope that was a good enough tutorial that people could understand a little bit better how to play Rama. Right? Another bass. Okay.